Good morning, YouTube. What is going on, everybody? All right. It's Tuesday morning, 3 a.m. And yeah, time to get out of here. That's a nice truck. Shame it's dark. You can't really see it. Yep. So we're gonna get on out of here. We got to go down to Rides and Fun and get drinks and stuff. And then we're gonna get on the road. Which Rides and Fun is about 30 miles from here. Yep. So let's get rolling. Like I said, it is 3 a.m. Yep. I started early this morning. It is 60 degrees. Yep. A full grown sitting in the middle right there. Well, hell, there's a lane here to continue on. All right. Anywho, yeah. Let's get some trucking done, folks. All right, folks. Yeah, we coming into Chattanooga here. Done turned my air conditioning off. Got the windows down about the third, quarter of the way. So this, yeah, I mean, 60 degrees. Yep. And my thermostat on the truck, the lowest temp is 60 degrees, so yeah, if I got 60 degrees outside, I don't need no AC on. Yeah. Anywho. I got my crew set on 58 because I know they out here working this morning. I done seen one as soon as I got on the road. And I can't blend in with traffic right now, being there ain't no traffic. Yeah. Anywho. I told that boy that told me that place, that Chinese food place I went to yesterday, Peanut Brain lives up here, and I told him, I said, you steered me wrong. I said, if you think that was good Chinese food, you damn sure. I said, yes, they got a big bar. Yes, they got multiple bars in there. And they got the, hibachi grill or whatever. But if you think that was good Chinese food, you damn sure need to stop over there in Tallulah. That over there in Tallulah will put the food over there in Tallulah will put that food that I just had yesterday to shame. But anyhow, it is what it is. I mean, for $20, I expected more, and then I had shit floating in my drink, which they took my drink off the ticket, but still, I mean, the shit floating in the drink was floating around in the food. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow. what it is. Hey, look at these fools. Look at this. Right now, the speed limit's 45 through here. And I'm doing 50. And people blowing by me like I'm sitting still. Lord. Anyhow, we got about 3.5 miles, folks. We'll be on 24 West, 3.5 miles. All right, folks, here we are getting on to 24. Yep. This is gonna be 24. Right 2 lanes must exit, so yeah, we gotta get over. This is all where it was flooded at that month or so ago when it was flooded, was right through here. Anywho, all right. Ooh. Oh, I gotta go one more lane. Okay. And why they got a 45 through here now, I don't know, but the speed limit's still 45. They're not even working on this section of the road no more. Well, I guess they are. Or that's just storage for all their barrels. They still doing some work. So yeah, okay, never mind. Squash that. They still working. May not be actively working right now, but yeah, they are still working on the roads here. They're putting in a new exit right there, it looks like. Yeah. Anywho. There yet? Yeah, I just got started. No, we ain't there yet. Ooh, boy. Anywho. Bow hauler. Yeah, there you go. Plug chicken truck. Alright. I'm just trying to stay with y'all till we get around the corner here with that overlook where you're looking over and you can see the whole city lit up. Really the skyline, but you can see where it's lit up. Right through here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. All right, folks. Well, yeah. I'll get back with y'all. We get on to 59. Right up here, we're gonna be gonna have the Tennessee River and Lookout Mountain. About a mile or so from there. And you can see the house is lit up on the side of them. Well, you can't see them in the camera. Ooh. But anyhow, yeah. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. Alright, folks, right here is gonna be, well, yeah, y'all seen them lights right there on the side of the mountain? Yep. And right, the Tennessee River's right here on my right. Yep, yep. And now, I think the speed limit's still 55. I think say I could speed up, but no, still 55. There's the river. It's dark, can't really see it, I know, but it's there. And there, you see them light, that's up on the side of the mountain. Yep, them are houses up there. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now. I'll get back with y'all when we get on the 59 South. We got a new construction zone here. Right at the state line too. Yep. Was right there. Welcome to Georgia, folks. The local time is 3:30 a.m. and it is 60 degrees. Yep. Alright. Wonder what they working on here. See, I was thinking about going into that truck stop right there, but they got it blocked. Yeah, they got everything blocked off right now. I don't know if you can even get to the exit. Yeah, the exit's open, but I'll just wait and go to Rising Pond. Yeah. Anywho. Yeah, at least they're actively out here working. You know, they do work on the roads at night here. That's a good thing. I think they're just painting lines right now, but I think they pick up around 4:30, 5 o'clock. They start picking up so they get the hell out of the way before rush hour. But anywho, all right, we're about a mile away from 59 South. All right, now we're on the exit for 59 South. Looks like they're gonna continue working on 24. Yep, they continue on 24. But yeah, now we going down here to exit 4. That's gonna be a Rising Pond. That's where I'm gonna pull in and get everything I need to get this morning. Yep. Alright, so yeah, we're about 12, 13 miles from there. Yeah, there's a couple more bull haulers. Yep. Got them. Yes, sir. And they always lit up. Alright, yep. Right here is gonna be Rising Pond. Yeah. That's the bad thing about Chinese food. I ate until I couldn't eat no more yesterday. And I get up this morning, my stomach's growling. Like, seriously. But, anywho, it is what it is. Yep. All right. Ooh, right here we are. Ooh, big bumps. Damn. Alright, yeah, let me get in here and get what I need to get, and I'll get back with y'all when I get back on the road. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Oh, yeah, look at the hurricane truck. Yep. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Now we can play dodge the potholes and get out of here. Yeah. Hopefully get out of here. Ooh. That's a good looking classic. He got some bright ass lights. Jesus. Yeah. And you notice there's 4 lights on the front of that truck. So you know when all 4 of them going, that's the bright lights. And you had all 4 of them on. Oh well. Anyhow, alright. Now we're gonna do some trucking. We ain't stopping no more till we get to McCalla, which is about 3 hours away, 2.5 hours away. Just stop there and get fuel. Yep. Got me a bag of donuts to eat on until I can get there and get a breakfast burrito. But anywho. Oh shit. I forgot my damn cigarette, man. Oh well. But I was holding out to find my cigarettes till I got to there. And I forgot. Oh well. Oh, I need to buy 2 to get me through. And today's Tuesday. Well, yeah, I need 2 to get me through till payday. It just cost me an extra $3 because I didn't get them here, but it's all good. Alright, folks. 3 miles from the state line. Alright, folks. Right up here is where the state line is, right where we lose the left lane, which has been like this for a while now. Yep. Well, not right where we right. You'll see the change in the road. Right there. Welcome to Alabama, folks. Yep. Local time is 3:10 local time, and it is 58 degrees. Ooh, temperatures are going down. I wonder I had to put my window up. Yeah. Alrighty then. set my cruise so I don't mash on it and get in trouble. Alright, well, I'll get back with y'all. Alright, folks, yeah, right here is this construction zone. We dropped down to 40 miles an hour, 45 here. We switching over to the northbound side right here. Yeah. And set my cruise at 47. And just, yeah, let the truck do its thing. Nice. You don't know, you don't realize how much you miss until you don't have it. And the cruise control I ain't had in months, almost a year now. However long I've been in this truck, I ain't had no cruise. But yeah. But we got it now. And we're southbound on the northbound side of the highway. Whoop, whoop, truck it up, let's go. Well, this is a new construction zone that wasn't here when I come through here the other day. Yeah, it started just before the 181. And we down at 179 now. And I don't know how far it goes, but yeah. It started probably around the 183, yeah, because 180, yeah, about a mile or two before the 181 where it started. So yeah, it's not giving you much room to play with either. You either riding the drunk bumps or you're riding pretty close to them damn Snyder eggs. The Snyder eggs is them orange and white cone, folks. You know, Snyder, the trucking company, is that color orange. That's why we call them Snyder eggs. Well, actually, the Snyder eggs are the barrels. What you really want to call those. Yeah, the barrels, normally the barrels, that's what they're called, the Snyder eggs. This is just, I don't know. Anyhow, looks like we fixing to stop. Yeah, this truck got all kind of flashing lights on the back of it. Doing here, I have no clue. Let's turn some hazards on so the people behind to know what's going on. Oh yeah. As soon as I turn my hazards on, y'all get out of the way. Okay. Well, appreciate it. They had one of them steamrollers. That's what it was. The steamroller was going down through there. Alright. Well, the 178. So from the 181, 180, well, no, actually 182, 183 to the 177. So that's 5-6 miles there. Yep. Alright, well, anywho, we're about 40 miles, folks. 40 40 miles from 459, about 75 miles from stopping for fuel. Hey folks, right here we're gonna be getting on to 459. Yep. This construction zone, boy, these lanes are tight. Yeah, I was against the wall, and coming down through there, I was against the wall. Yeah, well, I need to get over, and that truck right here that's in front of me, he come past me, and there was just barely enough room for two trucks side by side through there. I mean, at one point, I couldn't get no closer to the wall than what I was without hitting it. But we survived. We made it through it. Now we're on 459, and yeah, it is about 33 miles to our fuel stop. Let's go. Alright, folks. Right up here is I-20. Yep. But still 59 also, but until we get to the other side of Meridian, it's 59/20. Yeah, we're going west and south at the same time. But those OGs has been following me for a while, y'all know that, but I've gotten a few new subscribers here recently, so that's why I'm explaining it again. So right here is where it joins, and from here all the way, like I said, to the other side of Meridian. You're running southwest. And whoa, get on the road. Yeah, he's barely off the road. Anyhow, right up here is gonna be the exit for fuel. We just get off here, get our fuel, and yeah, whatever else. I'll probably get a Red Bull. And then get on the road. And from here, I don't know where we'll go. Now I gotta get a 30-minute break in here. Before too long, I'm here. In all honesty, I can do the 30-minute break here, but I don't want to do it here. I'm just gonna get in here and get my fuel and get out. And I'll use my 30-minute break for a nap later on, because I already feel a nap coming on. Ooh, I gotta wrench my front wheels out. Y'all hear that squealing? Got some brake dust in there. You keep them rinsed out, keep all that brake dust rinsed out, and they don't squeal. Well, it ain't a squeal, it's a squeak. But anyhow, alright, well, get in here and get our shit, and I'll get back with y'all when we get back on the road. Y'all see that? The lights right there? I've always liked, I'm talking about on the visor now, not the rest of them. But the way that visor is, gives it like a mean look. You know, when it's coming up behind you, it looks like a pissed off truck. You know, like the eyebrows are turned in. Anywho, wasn't too bad. 20 minutes here. Got my free Red Bull, and I am going to go on and drink it this morning. Now, yeah, I didn't even get the breakfast burrito. I done ate all. Well, I didn't eat the whole bag of donuts, but I ate damn donuts, and now I don't even want no burrito. Get under it there, Freightliner, you're clear. Anyhow, I got to turn the mic gain down on my radio. What I'm going to do is probably get another external speaker, because that's why the radio, if y'all just heard it squeal, that's why it squeals, because the external speaker is right here above my head. And when the mic and the speaker get close together, they squeal. So I'm going to get an external speaker and put it all the way over on the passenger side of the truck, and that'll stop that. Then I can turn my mic gain all the way up and actually talk, instead of right now the way I got it set. I know I'm talking 3 to 4 miles, but it can talk further. I just got the mic gain turned back because of the squeal. If it didn't have that, then like I said, it'd talk further. But anyhow, it is what it is. All right. Well, I'm gonna start working on this Red Bull, and I'll get back with y'all in a bit. Hey folks, there's Tuscaloosa up there, the lights up ahead there. That's gonna be Tuscaloosa. Yep. We got 78 miles to the state line. It's 6 o'clock local time. Yeah. This is the time that, it's almost daylight right here. This is twilight is what Georgia calls it. Because you can see it's daylight. It's not daylight, but it's not dark. They call it twilight. I've gotten a ticket pulling oversized in Georgia, because in Georgia you can't pull oversized after dark. It's from sun up to sundown. And I took off from the truck stop one morning at what I thought was sun up, and because I could see, it was daylight, I could see, so I thought it was sun up. And it's Saturday, because that's another reason why I left when I did, because in Florida on the weekends you can only pull oversized up till noon on Saturday, then none on Sunday. And I was trying to get home. I was leaving the 201 there in Georgia, and I was trying to get home before noon. Needless to say, I didn't make it. I had to go around the Florida scales and shit to get home, but I did make it home, but I didn't make it before noon because I got pulled over. When you leave the truck stop at the 201, it's 9 miles down to the first scale, and they pulled me in along with 2 other oversized. Yeah, them other oversized, they wasn't with me. They was hauling construction equipment. I had one 1/2-inch thick piece of steel that was 40 foot long and 12 foot wide. That's what I had. It was it was a big piece of steel. I picked it up in Chattanooga, and I was taking it to Florida. But anyhow, I got pulled over and got a ticket for leaving before sunup. So, those of you that still pull oversized, if you in Georgia, you look at the almanac. It'll tell you sunrise and sunset for that day, or even your phone. Nowadays, you know, you got phones that tells you what time sunrise is. You know, back then I used to carry the farmer's almanac, and I didn't look at it that day. I was like, yeah, it's daylight, let's go. And it bit me in the urge. Needless to say, I hauled that load almost for free. The time I paid the ticket. But it is what it is. Alright, well, I done talked our way through Tuscaloosa. I'll get back with y'all here in a bit. Alright, folks. It is officially daylight. Yep. I made it through that. That one, yeah. That hour there, it's like, oh, I want to go to sleep, but I need to keep driving. Yeah. Just before daylight. There's an hour there just before daylight. It's hard to keep going. But we survived it. We're still moving. It took a Red Bull to survive it, but we survived it. Alright, well, we're 50 miles from the state line, folks. 50 miles. Oh, should I stop here at Hardee's or keep going? Should I stop at Hardee's or keep going? Decisions. Yeah, I'll just keep going. Yeah, I finally, after about a month, I've been trying to get this Loves app. I've had it in my phone, but it wouldn't work. Every time I'd go to it, it would say verifying you are human, and it'd just sit there and buffer for an hour and never go to the app. Well, I finally got it to work today, and I realized I got some points. You know, we get points every time we get our truck serviced or get a tire or something like that. That's how we get points from Loves. But we don't get fuel at Loves, so. But I got $15 worth of points. So, yeah, that's good. So that'll feed me dinner tonight wherever I stop at. You know, if I want to stop at Loves, I got $15 worth of points to feed me. But, yeah. Anywho. It is what it is. We moving right along. We got 39 miles to go. Alright, folks. We in Cuba, Alabama. Yep. We almost to the Mississippi state line. Yes, sir. And, yeah. So, yeah, I'll get back with y'all up here at the state line. And here we go, folks. Right there. Welcome to Mississippi, folks. Local time is 7:05 a.m. and it is 67 degrees. Yep. Let's go. And we got the scale coming up. Let's see what's going on with the scale. Looks like they are closed. Yep, they are closed, folks. Alright, so, and there's the green light. Let's go. Alright, So we are in Meridian. Right up here, a couple miles, is going to be that split that I was talking about. Right now, we're still going south and west at the same time. But right up here is going to be the split. And, yeah. It jumps 18 miles, too, because right now we're at the 153. But anyhow, the 149 is where the split is at. And it goes from the 149 to the 131. As soon as you make the split, it jumps 18 miles. But you don't really jump 18 miles, because if you stay on 59, then the next mile marker would be 148. But because we're going on 20, it goes from the 149 to the 131, so that's where it jumps. You know, back in the day when I used to have to keep up with mileage in every state, you know, back before e-logs and shit, I'd have to write down the state. Every state line I would have to write down what state and the mileage in that state. So after so long, you know, when you run certain states so much, you remember the mileage across them. See, now I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know it's 170 something is the mileage across Mississippi. I don't have to keep up with it no more, so I don't know the exact mileage. But anyhow, yeah. From right here is 20 miles to the state line, so it's 171. But you can take 18 miles off of it, and that's going to be your actual mileage across Mississippi if you're running I-20. And that, the popo right there, and that plane wrapper just went by. And look at this fool. What the hell was that? No blinker, no nothing. He just come right over on me. I don't understand. Anyhow, it is what it is. Here is the split. We're right up here. I stopped at Walmart this morning and get some steaks and pork chops. Right here is the split, folks. Last mile marker, you see 149. And then the next one coming up here, look on the right, them green poles on the right, that's going to be your mile marker, 131. But anyhow, yeah, I might stop at Walmart over here at 88. I don't know. I ain't used my air fryer in a while. We'll see. Alright, folks, well, I done passed up to Walmart. I decided not to stop. Yeah, it's just easier. You know, the food's better when I cook it myself, but here lately, the inverter in the truck, I can't even get through cooking a whole steak, and it's shutting off. Or, well, no, the steak, it's medium rare, so it cooks it. The pork chops, on the other hand, I can't cook pork in there without it shutting off the inverter for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but I think that air fryer just pulls too much wattage. I don't know. I didn't have the problem in the red truck that I had the problem in this truck. It's the same. Somebody told me to change up my extension cord, and it's the same extension cord. I think what the problem is, though, is in this truck, the inverter is on the drive. There's only one. There's not two side doors on the truck to go under the bunk. There's only one, and it's on the driver's side. So the inverter and all my junk, you know, my tools and all my junk is stuffed in that one door. So what I think it is, the inverter is just, it gets too hot, and it ain't getting good circulation or something. I don't know. But that's beside the point. Anyhow, we almost to Jackson. We're about 20 miles out from Jackson. Yep. So, yeah. Trying to think where I'm going to stop at today. It's probably going to be, I don't know, I still got 5 hours left. We'll see. It's only 10:30 in the morning. So about 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'll be stopped somewhere. And it's 10:30 my time, 9:30 out here. But anyhow, what I'm getting at is, yeah, that leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning, and this is with stopping for an hour for my 30-minute break. I stopped for an hour back there a little while ago, and I took a nap for an hour. Yeah. But anyhow, yeah, that's beside the point, dude. Where I'm stopping at is going to either, what's today, Tuesday? Oh boy, yes sir, tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be in the Texas area where I can get some of the lasagna. I ain't been able to get none of the lasagna in a while. So tomorrow, what I'm probably going to do, if I get there in time, is order a whole pan of that damn lasagna, and I'll eat on that for a couple days, 3-4 days. The whole pan, they charge me like $40-50. It used to be $35. Back when I first started ordering the pan, I'd pay $35 to get the whole pan. And now they charge me, I think it's $50-something last time I got it. Yeah, oh, it's a la carte is what they say. It's a la carte, so they charge you per slice, and there's 5, 6, 7, 8 slices in the pan, and they charge you per slice because it's a la carte. Man, come on. But anyhow, it's good, so it's not no frozen lasagna heated up. It's pretty good. So anyhow, I'm gonna try to get into Texas today, into Kilgore, and then tomorrow I can go in do my drop and hook and make it back out in time enough, because I gotta make it back out to Kilgore to get the lasagna. So let's see how far away from Kilgore we are. Different city, Kilgore. I gotta spell it right. Alright, Kilgore, Texas. Truck stops. And let's go. Start new route. So, we are 300 miles from Kilgore. 4.5 hours. So yeah, we'll probably go on and go there. And that'll get me into Dallas, drop the hook. Either going right back out of Dallas, or I go on down to Waco and back out. Either way, I should be good in making it back to get the lasagna. That just made me happy. I got something to look forward to. It's a damn shame. And SFTD, looking forward, well, yeah, stupid fucking truck driver, yeah. I'm looking forward to that lasagna. Should be a stupid fat ass truck. Anyhow. Yeah, my fat ass is looking forward to the lasagna. But anyhow, today, I don't know what we're gonna get today. But we'll see. All right, folks. We're coming into Jackson. Yep. Pearl, Mississippi, that is. We in Pearl right now, but just about a mile up the road, and we'll be in Jackson. It's all Jackson if you ask me, but anyhow. Yep. That's what I used to call bladder buster. Going through here, if you had a full bladder, it would be empty time you got to the other side. Because there's some bumps through here that will, anywho. They've been working on it. It's gotten a little better. See right here, you can see where they have recently paved this right here. But it's still, when you switch over right there, yeah, see, to the bridge, it's rough. And there's some more bad spots through here too. And I don't even know if y'all see how bad it is, because I got stabilization on the phone, so y'all really can't see how bad, because the stabilization takes some of the shakiness out of it. But yeah, anywho, right here's gonna be another bump. Yep, another bump. That wasn't too bad. There's still some real bad ones over here on the other side. Alright. We're fixing to get to some of the bad ones. Oh boy. Right up here, yeah, I can see right here. There's one of them. Yep, there it is. And there it is again. And then you got all these bumps here. And then once we go around the curve here, it ain't as much bumpy as it is wavy. Yes. Like instead of taking the grader through there and leveling it out, they just went over the little humps. But it's okay. It's better now than what it was. Because this town is what originally got me started on YouTube. I started it over Jackson, and I just kept it going. Anywho, alright folks, I'll get back with y'all. Well folks, I don't know how I'm gonna make Kilgore with this type of shit going on. And y'all just heard my radio, it's turned up. Nobody said nothing about no traffic jam. I don't know what's going on here. What we got going on here westbound? Okay, there's a wreck. What lane do we need to be in? Tempo. Well, there's a wreck up here. I knew it wasn't no construction because we're at about the 7 mile marker. We're only 7 miles from the state line. The construction's 10 miles back behind me. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I was wrong. There's an orange construction sign. Right lane closed, 1 mile. Okay, so we got two things going on here. We do have an accident up here. See all the flashing lights? Yeah. And just past this is
20,000 people that don't know how to read that.
Yeah. Got an accident and construction. So T's and P's for those involved in the accident. Yeah, that car running to the back of that truck. Yeah, just past the accident there. The accident's got the left lane blocked. And as soon as you get past it, you need to get to the left lane because in the right lane is blocked for construction. Alright folks, I'll get back with y'all up here at the state line. We 5 miles from it now. Alright folks, yep, we 3 miles from that mighty Mississippi. Yes sir, yes sir. Oh, this truck needs to go. Let's go. Well, I'll go to the other lane. Now watch, they're going to speed up now. Yep, they're speeding up. When I was behind them, they didn't want to do nothing. I get over here, now they're going to speed up. And of course, now the speed limit goes down to 60. Oh well. Anywho, yeah, we 2 miles from the state line now, folks. Alright, here we are, folks. The mighty Mississippi ain't looking so mighty right now. It's looking a little dry. We shouldn't be seeing all that sand over there. That water normally, when the river's normal, the water's all the way up to the tree line. And right there, welcome to Louisiana, folks. Local time is 10:40 a.m. and it is 80 degrees. But yeah, look at all that sand. It ain't supposed to be there. I don't know. Anywho, starting to get warm. I had all my vents turned away from me earlier, but gotta start turning them back to me now. Yeah. And you know, now I wish I wouldn't have went to that Chinese buffet yesterday because it's 10:45 here. So I'm right on time for the buffet over here, but I had Chinese food yesterday, so I don't want it again today. But yeah, I could do it. No. I ain't gonna go in there and make a plate to take with me, nope. That's another thing, I ain't even hungry right now. I just got through eating one of the Savage Slim Jims. But anywho, looks like they bringing everybody in the scale. But I got the green light, so I'm not going in. Nope. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you look at the windmill, that's the motor part of the windmill, I guess. That's, yeah. But anywho, where we at? Oh yeah, we're about 35 miles from the Texas state line, folks. 35 miles. See, if I'd have left at my time that I've been leaving here recently, 4 or 5 o'clock, this is probably where I would have stopped at. But being it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my time, I'm going to keep going. Yep. Anywho, this is Halton, Louisiana, folks. Y'all been in there with me a few times. That's one of my stopping points. But we going on past it today. That's where I get the meat pies from, and yeah. I stay there. But like I said, I got my early start today, so we're gonna go on a little bit further. And we're only about 6 miles from the 220 up here, 6 miles. We getting on 220 now. And yeah. We're 17 miles plus 11, so 28 miles from the state line. And we are 78 miles from where we stopping. So, whoop, whoop, let's go, let's go. All right, folks, right up here. We've been be on the lake. Yep, this is going to be Cross Lake for you new subscribers. We're right outside of Shreveport here on 220. Yep. And this is the lake. And it's a big lake. See here. Y'all can't really see it. Alright, anywho. Yes, sir. Boy, look at that big old stack. Yes, sir. Boy, them had to be 8 to 10 inch stacks. Yeah, they were pretty big. Anywho, yep. We still on the lake. I hauled a bunch of that stuff. Oh boy. Yep. I didn't mind hauling rebar. That shit was easy to strap and easy to haul. And that looked like 60 footer. That's what I hauled a lot, was the 60 foot. And if you load it the right way, 60 footer, you know, we had the long frame trucks because we did a lot of oversize. I'd put 5 foot over the front. We had a 53-foot trailer. So that only left 2 foot off the back. And I didn't have to have permits or nothing. I just had to flag it and ride. Well, but once you get 4 foot over the rub rail, then you're considered oversized and you got to be permitted and all that bullshit. You got to run lights and flags and everything once you're 4 foot over the rub rail. But anywho, yeah. I probably should have stayed in that left lane, but oh yeah, I definitely should have stayed in that left lane. I got to get over. I ain't staying behind that dude at 60 miles an hour for another mile. But anyhow, yeah, we got a mile, folks, and we'll be back on I-20. All right, yep, here's the ramp for I-20, folks. Yep, when we get back on I-20, we're 11 miles from the state line, 11 miles. Oh, look at the green on that Camaro, that's pretty colored. Pretty green. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna get close enough to where we can get a good look at it. Well, anyhow, from here, look, it's pretty. Oh, here we go, let's see. Yeah. Ain't bad. All right, folks, we're 5 miles. Oh, God, all these bumps. Well, 6 miles from the state line, folks, 6 miles from the state line. Yep. Now there was, right here is where I was thinking about stopping. Because I wanted KFC, but I still should have stopped and got my coleslaw. Oh well, I'll get some on the way out. Anywho, we're moving right along. Alright folks, right up here gonna be the Texas state line. Yep. Let's see, where's it at? Right there. Welcome to Texas, folks. Yep. Local time is 1:30. It is 1:30. And it is 85 degrees. Yeah, starting to cool off out here now. 2 weeks ago, it had been 100 degrees right about now. But anywho, yep. 1:30, 85 degrees, and we got 49 miles to go. Well, it figures, folks. 17 miles from my exit, and yeah, and we have this. But it shouldn't be too bad. I think it's only about a 1 mile back up. Yep. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. That's pretty sweet. That Peterbilt, and I was just talking to the guy on the radio. He's got that angry duck on the hood, and looked like it's got a red shirt. The shirt, he had a shirt painted onto the duck that matches the color of his truck, because them hood ornaments, they come all chrome. They don't come, but he's got that one. Looks like it's got like a t-shirt on. That's pretty cool. Something different. But anyhow, like I said, yeah, this wasn't gonna be too bad. It was only about a mile. Yep. All right. We got about 15 miles to where we stop it. All right, folks. We are 5 miles from our exit. Yep, 5 miles. I actually used up all my clock today. I got 30 minutes left on the clock. So I probably did close to probably a little more than 700 miles today. We'll see whenever I get up here and get stopped. But I think I'm over 700. But anywho, we'll see. Alright, like I said, now 4.5 miles from our exit. Alright, folks, here we are. This is our exit. Yep. They're gonna call it a day right here. Alright. And we're only about 130 miles from dropping in the morning. Yep. So yeah, that's good too. That was a good guess. I guess 130. We got 135. So yeah, that works for me. Alright, well. Alright folks, that's going to be the end of the video for today. If you made it this far, thanks for watching TTVE, and bye for now.